Hey, I'm Maddie. I live in a converted minivan, and in every state I go on an outdoor adventure and drink a local beer. Come with me to Nevada.
I'm back on the road after hiking the whole John Muir Trail, and today I get to explore the famous Lake Tahoe. Specifically, I'm in an area called Incline Village, and first up, I'm hiking Monkey Rock. If you're coming here, know that there is paid parking near the trailhead, or if you get here early enough, there is street parking down there. So as you can see, there is a $2 fee to hike here, which I am going to pay. Of course, like no one's going to know if I sneak in without paying, but I feel like if you're benefiting from something, you need to be giving back to it too. You don't want to be that person who's going on a hike and then leaving your bag of dog poop behind. Like what? Do you think it's someone's job to come pick up after you? That's gross. Please, if you're watching this, take care of our natural areas. Don't be that person. Okay, because I don't want to be a hypocrite, I have to tell you I didn't have $2 in exact change. I gave him $1 in the coins that I had. What I'm trying to say is, yes, let's be good stewards of the land, take care of what we benefit from, but don't beat yourself up if you forget to carry exact change. The trail is starting to climb now. For the most part, it just started out straight, but now it's starting to make its way up the mountain. There was a way that went straight up and looked really steep, but another hiker said that the more flat way led to the top too, and thank goodness. This looks like our turnoff. Look, it really does look like a monkey looking out over the water. As you can tell from my water bottle, I've obviously already been to Lake Tahoe. In 2019, I hiked the whole Tahoe Rim Trail all the way around. That was before my video making days, but in fact, this hike was a little shorter than I pictured. It was hard, but it was short, and I'm thinking I might as well keep going up the trail and see if I can reach the Tahoe Rim Trail for old time's sake. Oh my goodness, a bald eagle! That's the first one I've seen this whole time I've been road tripping throughout the USA. It just looks so graceful and powerful and wise. I don't know how a bird looks wise, but it's a cool bird. There's a lot of things I wish we did differently here in the US, as I'm sure most people feel about whatever country they live in, but we did pick a pretty cool mascot, I think. As I'm going further and getting more elevation, I'm noticing more diversity in the plants. This might be a willow bush. We have these lovely yellow wildflowers. I think this is the first deciduous tree I've seen all day. I think I recognize something. Yep. These are the signs all over the TRT. It looks like an ice cream sandwich. Oh, what? Well, Tahoe Rim Trail is in a mile. I don't feel like walking that far, but at least I saw this signboard and it brought back some memories and thoughts of ice cream sandwiches. Luckily, there is a really well-placed map here showing us where we are. This is what I came up. Monkey Rock might have been there. That's like where I parked. I could go further to the Tahoe Rim Trail, but my stomach is growling, so I don't really feel like it today. So I'm gonna head back down, drive down to Sand Harbor, and if I can find parking, go for a swim. Here I am thinking, oh, stray cat. Nope. Bobcats. Look at all the kittens. Bobcats. That was a good hike. I think it was 2 miles up, 2 miles down. I saw a bald eagle and a family of bobcats. And plants! There is an entrance fee, which I wasn't expecting, so that's not fun. I just asked the person in the ticket booth, is there anywhere where you don't have to pay? And so now I'm going to Chimney Beach. What a nice person. While the beach parking itself was full, I did find a place where it was okay to parallel park on the street. So I'm just throwing myself together a little lunch and headed down there. I could walk next to the highway or a rigorous steep trail in flip-flops through the forest, and I chose the forest. It was not an easy walk, but I'm looking forward to getting to the beach. I'm so excited to get down there, but seriously, this trail is treacherous. If you come here, do not wear flip-flops and carry a backpack instead of a chair and a tote bag. Ooh, that was cold. water feels amazing. If I could change one thing, I would have brought goggles because it's so clear too. I'm gonna take my lunch and eat on a rock. Why be on the shore when you could be in the nice, beautiful, clean water? Keep Tahoe blue, y'all. I'm headed back in the water to cool off and explore. Glad I brought water shoes down here because the rocks are slippery. Oh, that was so fun. There's nothing like swimming. What a perfect afternoon. I thought about staying for sunset, but then I'd have to walk up this hill in the dark. And I just like the thought of getting camp set up and getting settled in for the night. Starting at the beach, I found this path. And so far it's been easier. Not completely easy, still wish I had different shoes, but not as bad. It's just a little bit steep is all. Somehow I lost the path, so I'm trailblazing up a hill again. I found the path again, which leads to the road. The problem is my car is way down the road from here, so I'm gonna have to walk next to the highway. For anyone wanting to come here, this is what the start to the path looks like. Just park over there and not somewhere down the road like I did. This is not fun. No wonder this beach is free. Yes, luckily my spot is still open that I had last night. I love it because it's clean, I have cell signal, it's not super far down a dirt road somewhere, and it's just so pretty. If you have the app iOverlander, it's marked as nowhere else, but I think they call it that because there's nowhere else like it. For tonight's very fancy dinner selection, we're having SpaghettiOs! My Coleman stove, I ran out of the big green propane bottle for it. I can't find it anywhere so far. I guess I've only looked one place, but sometimes being an idiot is okay if it's just you that's affected by your idiocy. Luckily, I do have this kind of fuel, so I am able to make stuff on my camp stove. I made it a bit too hot, but you know, always nice to put your feet up at the end of the day and have a meal, no matter what it is. And now for the moment I'm sure you all have been waiting for since the beginning of this video. Let's try some Nevada beer. The name is Drink Local, and when I saw that I was like, yep, they know me. Brewed right here, well, near here in Sparks, Nevada, which is the other side of Reno. After the trail, I came up to Reno to work my food delivery job, so I basically live there now. Alrighty, so this is a blonde ale by Lead Dog Brewing. ABV is 5.1, IBU is 22. Cheers! It's a very light beer. At first you don't really taste much, but then towards the end of your sip, you get that good flavor. It's really good, like a light, I should have had this on the beach. It's a good beach beer. This is the first beer I've had really since the night after I finished the trail. After every thru hike I do, there's the first moment of coming back to civilization, which is just like in the beginning, the first thru hike I did, the Tahoe Rim Trail, it was like, oh my gosh, walking on concrete. Oh my gosh, so many people. You go into a store, there's so many options of stuff you can eat. It's just like, it feels like magic. It feels like you're in a wonderland and you're just returning to everyday life. It's a really cool feeling. That has definitely lessened over time though. It's not as much of a novelty, but I do always feel really, really grateful after every thru hike. And that's why I do it really. Because when I'm in the moment, I don't know if I really enjoy every moment. Like, it's type 2 fun. Not type 1 where you're having fun in the moment, but type 2 fun where you look back at it and you're like, yeah, that was fun. But in the moment, why I do it is because of the gratitude that I feel afterwards. For example, while I was on the trail, I was thinking like, man, I'm gonna come back to my van and it's still gonna be like being hot in the sun and looking for a place to go to the bathroom. Really, coming back to my van has been a treat. It reminds me how lucky I am to be here. Before the trail, I had that whole thing in Washington, car trouble and then trouble with the locals, and that really turned me off to living in my van. I was like, I'm going to finish my road trip and then we'll see where to go from there. But now I'm like, I love this. This is my home. I get to wake up every morning and be somewhere new. If I'm not being stealthy, I get to come out and enjoy the morning. It carries my water, it carries my food. I get a selection of clean clothes to wear. I get to charge my phone. If I'm somewhere with service, I get to watch Netflix at night. It reminds me how magical my everyday life is. And there's cold beer here too. Thru hiking is definitely not for everyone. And I'm not saying, yes, everyone that's watching this, go on a thru hike. But I really think if you find a way to significantly live with less for at least 5 days, maybe a week or more, but if you can find a way to live with less in life and then go back to your normal life, I think you'll really be glad you did. Just something to think about as you're planning for next year or whatever. Have a great rest of your day. Thank you for watching. Bye!